Welcome, everybody. I'm Angel Cicerone, and with me today is Eric Brandt, CEO and founder of Fifth Gear Marketing. He's here for his second appearance to talk about Google My Business. How are you, Eric?
I'm doing great, Angel. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you. Last time you were with us, we kind of went through the basics of Google My Business. So why don't you give everybody that 30-second elevator speech of what it is and what it means to a small business?
Absolutely great question. As we spoke about, Google My Business is basically your profile or your business's profile in Google. It's completely free to claim, it's completely free to utilize, and it really impacts directly the world's largest search engine.
So you had said you kind of took us through the 1, 2, 3 steps setting it up. But one of the things we want to know is, how do I know if my profile is claimed?
Yeah, really good question. And we've actually run into this quite frequently. A lot of people will go in and do a search for their business name and their business address, and they'll look at what we consider the organic search results. That's the first page that shows up. And while a large number of those search results end up having local information included in those, the information for your business in there may not be directly accurate. So what we always recommend doing is going to the maps. So if you look in the search results at the very top, you'll see the option for maps, and you go into Google Maps and look for the business profile there. In that section, if you see claim this business, the word claim this business on the profile, that means that business has not been claimed and verified and really should go through the short steps of claiming and verifying their Google My Business profile.
Okay, very good. So you have to look for the words, is this your business or business not
Just claim this business. If you see
claim
claim
this
this
business?
business in a profile, you should definitely try and go through the process of claiming it, but only in Google Maps. If you do so and you see that in Google search results, it may not be accurate. And that's, I believe, a latency issue there between Google Maps and Google search organic results.
Okay, so go into Google Maps to find
Correct.
out if it's claimed or not. Okay, now we are obviously still in the middle of a pandemic, and Google My Business gives you options of doing a variety of things, saying certain things about your business. What do people need to be doing right now during the pandemic for their business on Google My Business?
Absolutely. So the very minimum that I would recommend doing is educating your customers on what type of health and safety precautions you're taking. A perfect example, my girlfriend and I went and got massages last week. And while we did not see any information on their health factors that they're taking, their health and safety attributes, we did know that once we got there, all the staff were wearing masks and that we had to get our temperatures checked and that an appointment was required. So utilizing the attributes within Google My Business will allow your business to communicate with your customers and set that expectation of what safety precautions you're taking, as well as what safety precautions that customer might need to take at your business as well.
Okay, and I would just want, as an aside to everybody who's watching, the safety message needs to get out there every minute of every day. This isn't over, and there are many, many, many people who are still looking for you doing your best job to keep them safe, and they're dependent on you. You need to let them know every single day. So
Absolutely. I agree with you. Over communicate if you can.
over communicated, it's really, really important. I even see people starting to get a little lax in it, and this is no time to start doing that. To go back to that point though, Google My Business also allows you to add other things to your business, like if you're a minority owned business or whatever. Why don't you go through a couple of those questions that they allow you to answer?
Yeah, absolutely. Minority owned business, women owned business. It really depends on the category that your profile or your business is under. So those attributes vary based on that profile, but things like contactless delivery, curbside pickup, all of those pieces of attribute information are available within there as well. But you could go as detail oriented as the various services that you provide, or whether you have wheelchair accessible tables and bathrooms, etc. So there's quite a few attributes, and those attributes are based again on the category the business is listed as.
Okay, great. So there's a lot of things you can do in Google My Business that will help with your search results as well.
Agreed. And again, Google My Business profile is completely free for you.
Free. We love free. Okay, now what can a merchant do for free? Are there more things?
Absolutely, absolutely. So as we think about how platforms like Yelp or Google My Business or even Facebook for that matter are set up, they're really set up for you to engage in that platform. Your participation in that platform really gives indicators to the system that you're taking advantage of the tools that they're giving you, and therefore you're going to receive some additional views based on the usage. One of the things we definitely recommend, and really we don't see much happening with, is the responses to reviews. Reviews are extremely important, and we know that reviews impact both your ability to rank locally, which is our primary goal, really driving that traffic, but it also allows us to create more frequent customers, as well as to be able to get a higher conversion rate. So we know that by increasing, your ratings by even 0.1 points can increase your traffic and your customer frequency to your business. So it's a really effective way of doing something positive for your business. But we highly recommend responding and reading and reacting to reviews.
And responding in a very nice way, as opposed to the many rants and raves I've seen from owners. You don't want to be right. You want to just address it.
It's not just being right. I think let's take it from Google's perspective. Google wants to see that you are responding to reviews, that you are taking what your customers are saying, and you're trying to adapt and you're trying to utilize those learnings. Implement that in your business. It's really effective. You're getting customer feedback. You're learning what some of your strengths and some of your weaknesses might be through the reviews. So engage with them. Take it as an opportunity to make your business better. Absolutely. Why not? Nobody's perfect. You know it.
Here's a question for you. If I was a business that had a program that sent out an email requesting reviews after a service was provided or a sale, and I would put a link, would it be better to put a link to Yelp or to Google My Business, or is there a difference? Does it make a difference which one they use?
It does, but in a way that you may not be considering. So based on the terms and conditions of Yelp, you cannot solicit reviews. So by soliciting reviews in Yelp, you run a chance that Yelp might de-index or unlist you. They will, right?
Yeah, I know.
Unfortunately, that's a probability. So we recommend that you don't solicit or request reviews from Yelp specifically. When you do so, you can do so in Google. Never offer anything in exchange for a positive or a negative review. That definitely goes against the terms of those systems. But always, we always recommend that at the front of the line, who are working directly with the customers, interacting with them, and empowered to ask for reviews. Hi, were you happy with today's service? Would you mind giving us a great review? It's reviews like yours that help our business stay and thrive.
So to be clear about what you just said, Google My Business or Google does not mind you soliciting reviews the way Yelp does.
Correct. You don't exchange anything in it, and I think that
No,
there's
of
going to be
course not.
some additions there, yeah. But
Okay, great. So again, 3 or 4 great tips about Google My Business. We're not done. We're going to come back another time, dig deeper into this service, because as you keep telling us, it is really a game changer in some ways for local businesses to get more exposure in search engines and online. So thanks again, Eric. We will see you next time.
thank you, Angel. Appreciate it.